guys, welcome back to my channel. If you hear some banging noises or anything else like that, my fiance is installing a wood plank wall in the living room upstairs, and so that is what that is. He is sawing and nailing and gluing and just kind of generally being handy right now. So if that's what you hear, that is just reality on the other side of the wall, so pardon that. But it is Friday, and you know what that means. We are going to be talking about my faves, fails, and finds for the week. So I have a bunch of stuff that I'm really excited to share with you guys, so let's go ahead and jump in. All right, first fave. I've been meaning to share these with you guys, but I keep like taking them off and like leaving them places, and so I finally actually got them back to my house with me. These earrings from ASOS. I am obsessed. I think they were only maybe $13 or $16 or something. They're called, I'll link them below, but they're called puzzle earrings. Do you guys remember those like chain puzzles that they used to give kids in school that were metal shapes? They looked like this. This is a really, I don't know why I'm trying to explain it. It looks like this. This looks fine. That's how it makes sense to wear that. And they're really cute because I love a good tortoiseshell, and tortoiseshell with gold is even better. And then it's kind of like Art Deco. Yes, give me all of it. But this is what seems to happen to me every time, is just that I like have to rearrange them to make them work. Every time I take them off and set them down, something terrible happens and they end up like this. So they have been a little bit challenging for my nerves in the morning lately, but you know, it reminds me of my gifted background, right? This shouldn't be a challenge to me, but it is. It is. But I still love them. I think that they're really cute. The only thing is they're a little bit heavy, just a little bit. Like, they're slightly too heavy. Like, they don't feel heavy in my hand, but when I put them on, they kind of try and pull my plugs out, but I just wear them for a day. You know what I mean? Take my plugs out at night and everything shrinks back up. It's fine. I really, really like them. So these came with a recent ASOS order, and I forgot to share them with you guys, and I have been absolutely loving them. Every time I look at myself in the mirror wearing those earrings, I'm just like, yes, vacation khaki. Another jewelry item, and I know I kind of throw something in for my Roxbox every time. This is not like a Roxbox sponsored video series or anything, but they've just been sending me some of this gorgeous freaking stuff lately. Like, get real. That is so pretty. So this is a really, really pretty necklace, and I like a good necklace that you can actually throw on over your head. Like in the morning, you're just like, out the door, you know? I don't know why. It's like clasping something's too much trouble for me. I don't know. It's got these, I think this is like a venturine, and it's got kind of geometric cut, smaller beads up here, and then these really pretty kind of like organic gold ones here, and then more rounded turquoise beads here. And you guys may or may not know, this color is my color. Like, this is my jam color. And I think it goes so beautifully with gold. So I've been wearing this, and I mean, I wear it even with these earrings just to be like super freaking extra. I don't care. I'm loving jewelry right now. It's making me feel so pretty and so feminine. The link, as always, to my Roxbox envelope. I should probably explain what Roxbox is. Roxbox is where it's a subscription service, right? So you can like wear all three of the items that, you know, that they send you all month or whatever, but you can also use your subscription fee. It's like $21 a month, but I have like a free month link down below for anybody who wants to use that. But yeah, you're basically, your cost of your month goes towards the purchase of any of the pieces that are in your box. So I end up gaining probably like a piece of jewelry a month just because they do send such beautiful things, and then you've already basically got like a $21 discount on it, and it's discounted past that, even like a member pricing. So they're all really high quality designer like jewelry pieces. This isn't Forever 21 jewelry, so they are worth the price, and I've just really been enjoying kind of getting surprised by jewelry because I really don't know how to shop for it necessarily, and so having someone kind of curate it for me is really helpful. Okay, I've got two favorites that are intangible. One is the show The Path. We watched this show. It is a Hulu original. We watched the first season, which was fantastic. We made it all the way through the second season, which was abysmally terrible. And when it came back on this season, we were like, really? You guys are bringing The Path back? Like, how? The second season, everything just really fell flat. It got kind of like weird, and it was like 5 episodes longer than it should have been. It's just like the plot just kind of got really windy and weird, and I didn't know where it was going. I had no idea what they were gonna be able to like pull out of this series. Like, it really felt like they ran into the ground. I think they must have hired new writers or something like that to just kind of like revamp it in the third season, because this season is amazing. Mike and I will get done with one episode and we're like, I don't understand how they did this. Like, they really brought this thing back from the dead. If you watched the first couple of seasons and you were like, this is really lame, or if you haven't watched it and you're thinking about watching it, brace yourself. The second season is slow, and it's just really weird, but it's important. There's stuff in there. They could have done a way better job on it, but season 3 is so freaking worth it. Like, it's so good, it's dark, and it's weird. So the show is actually about kind of a cult. They don't like to think of themselves as a cult because they're like, oh, well, here's all the things that cults are, and we're not those things, and they're constantly splitting those hairs of being like, we're not a cult, we're not a cult, we're not a cult. And so you get a glimpse of all these different personalities, and you are rooting for certain people and you hate other people, and they totally flip it on you. I don't know, and for some reason in this season, all the character development seems to come full circle. It doesn't feel like they're repurposing characters, it doesn't feel like they're jumping the shark, it doesn't feel abrupt when they kind of introduce new characters that kind of like fledge out a plot line that's kind of been like left to seed. Just something about it, it's like they're tying up all the loose ends, and I think it's because they must have hired like new writers or something like that, but it is so good. Frida Pinto is in this season, she's just wonderful. We've been enjoying it so much. So it comes out on Wednesdays on Hulu, and there's a whole bunch that you can catch up on right now before it comes out, because I think it's like really close to being the end of this season because just crazy stuff's been happening. But the character development of it, if you're watching it, the character development of Mary has made me so happy. Like, I love her so much, and her wardrobe in season 3 is unbelievable. So guys, have you watched it? If you have, let's talk about it. If not, you should. But make sure you just kind of like power through season 2 because it's not that good. Alright, and the other thing that I wanted to share with you guys, I've been meaning to talk about this for so long. You guys have asked me in the past, like, Kaki, can you share your music with us? Like, what kind of stuff do you like to listen to? And I'm always just like, yeah, absolutely, I'll get right on that, no problem, and then I just never do. And I have ongoing playlists, like many of us do, and I build on them all the time. It's sort of like while I'm at work, I'm always listening to Spotify, and I've been really into a lot of different stuff lately, but I want to share some playlists with you guys, so I will link those down below. They're just kind of ongoing playlists. It's not necessarily the newest stuff in the world, it's just the kind of stuff that I've been into lately, and I will also just kind of link my overall Spotify profile down there. I'm actually kind of hard to find because I got a Spotify before they required that you link it to Facebook, and so mine is Kevin Ryan, my first and middle name. It's not my name that would be on Facebook or something like that, and so people don't necessarily know how to find me. I don't have any followers on Spotify or anything like that, and so I just kind of wanted to make that public so that you guys could find me if you are interested, and I will follow you back, and then we can see what each other are listening to, because there's actually kind of like something really cool about when you're at work and you look at that like live feed on the right bar and you're like, that's what that person's listening to? I don't know, I just asked everybody at work last week. I was like, hey, can I like follow you guys on Spotify? And they're like, really? I was like, yeah, I don't know, everybody's got their headphones on. I want to know what you guys are listening to. Music is so cool and like says so much about somebody. So yeah, I would love to kind of like share with you guys on that level. So I will put a link to all of those things below so that you can check them out if you're interested. Another thing that I have been just absolutely loving lately, and I'm gonna get kind of preachy here, I got a new therapist maybe a month ago. And guys, if you have tried therapy in the past, or if you feel like you need to try therapy and you just haven't found the right person yet, keep looking. You know what I mean? There is a therapist for everybody, and I have finally found mine. If she ever leaves me, I will be so upset because she is just so cool. Like, she has taught me about like my soul plan. She's given me mantras. She's my friend's therapist too, and she's like given her like meditation homework and stuff like that. Like, this woman knows how to talk to me in my language. She's taught me all of these like tapping techniques in order to like calm myself down when I'm spiraling. She has a very much more scientific name for it, but I call it spiraling, like when I'm having like an anxiety attack and I'm just feeding it in my brain. I'm just like throwing chum in the water and being like, keep going crazy, definitely, here are some negative thoughts to feed on, and like how to like pull myself out of that in real time. I can't even tell you how much more prepared I feel for the world at large when I am seeing a really good therapist, and I am currently seeing an amazing therapist. It's interesting how you can go to therapy, and so many of us wait until we're kind of at rock bottom before we go and seek help. And you can go to a therapist thinking, this is somebody who I'm declaring weakness, right? I'm like saying, oh, I need somebody. I need to talk to somebody because I can't do it on my own. That's not really a healthy way to think about it. The better way to think about it is I want to seek professional guidance in thought management, because so much of the time, human nature, okay, right? Human nature, this is not something that's wrong with us. This is just the way that we are wired. This is just the way humans are wired. We have these kind of negative thoughts that are always cropping up. They're just kind of weeds in our garden of our brain, right? Where it's like they just kind of, it's self-doubt, where we are always second-guessing ourselves, and there's always this weird chatter telling us that, you know, maybe what we're doing is wrong, or maybe that we're not as good as we think we are, or maybe everything that we have we don't deserve, or I can't possibly be speaking from experience. But anyway, there is just something so nice about having someone help you externalize it and address it and figure out how to continue addressing it in the future. And it is just a series of a million tiny decisions, because essentially you are making those decisions over the course of your day anyway. Why not control the narrative in your brain and become kind of the best version of yourself? So I have gone from being what I would say is someone who needed help, you know what I mean? Like someone who had anxiety and like very acute sort of like depressive tendencies and things like that, to now I see a therapist for thought management and spiritual growth and just generally keeping all of my gears moving in the right direction to become like the amazing, most enlightened version of myself. And that I never thought that that's something that I would be able to achieve. And so I feel so great. And I highly recommend, if you're kind of thinking about therapy, or if you've gone to therapy and you're like, it just wasn't what I expected it to be. There are so many therapists. Just ask the universe for a recommendation, and I guarantee you something will come along. So maybe this is the nudge that you needed, you watching this video, I don't know, but let me know if that resonates with any of you guys, because it has just been so important to my life lately. All right, and just a couple of fails here. I would say that my big kind of like overarching fail this month has been my subscription boxes, like my makeup subscription boxes. The Rocks box knocked it out of the park. They always do. I feel like they're getting better and better every month. Plus, I can go in there and kind of vet things before they send them, so they never send me anything really stupid. Not that they would. It's all beautiful stuff. Regardless, my like makeup and skincare subscription boxes, I feel like everybody was like out to lunch this month. I don't understand. So the Pedivore box came with like 5 items last time, I think, and this time it only came with 4. And it's a pretty expensive box. One of them was a hair mousse, and I was like, I don't care about your hair mousse. I don't care about your hair mousse. I don't care about your hair mousse. But the other thing that came in here is this fresh glowing Velvet Eyes Everyday Minerals eyeshadow. First of all, like, don't put an eyeshadow in a container like this. This doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know. I'm not going to like tap out my eyeshadow and then I don't like what do you want me to do with this? Plus, this is a mineral eyeshadow, and so not only is it really chalky, like you're just not getting, there's no pigment here. I think it's supposed to be kind of shimmery, but it's just mostly white, and it doesn't really do much, and then it just spreads forever. That's what mineral makeup does, is it never wants to like build. It just kind of like goes sheerer and sheerer and sheerer and sheerer. And so I don't know. It's not that this is a horrible product or something like that. I just kind of was really disappointed. You get really excited about opening up your subscription boxes, and this month I've been opening my subscription boxes and just being like, what am I paying for? This is terrible. The other thing, and this is just like a general complaint, so Birchbox does this thing where they're like, oh, pick your sample, you know, now you can like, you know, choose your sample this month, and like none of them really thrilled me. I feel like they repeat products a lot, which really annoys me. I'm like, no, I don't want your stupid color changing lip balm, you know? But I got this one from a company that actually makes color changing lip balm. This is by Winky Lux. This is the Glazed Lip Sugar Glaze. And I was like, whatever, I like a good lip gloss. I'll bite on your lip gloss because I really didn't like anything else that was on there. But why, I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this. Why are we making lip gloss shift blue? Why are we putting glitter on our mouths that shifts blue? Like, who is that flattering on? That's like when I bought that like holographic highlighter or something from Makeup Revolution like a couple years ago, and I still have it. I need to get rid of it, but it shifts green, and like green and purple, and I was like, who does this look good on? Am I being super ignorant right now, where there's like people with really deep skin and just blue lip gloss looks really like, blue glitter lip gloss is just super flat? I don't understand, but I'd like put this on and I was like, no, there's nothing flattering about that. I almost never met a lip gloss I didn't like, but like just stop trying to make it like variety for the sake of variety. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Stop putting blue glitter in my lip gloss. Like, it's just, and if you are going to do it, like, tell me it's a unicorn product. Like, don't try and sell it to me as like this universally flattering lip gloss, because I've never met anybody who's like, yeah, blue glitter in my lip gloss. Am I the only one here? Am I alone? I don't know. Anyway, final fail. We've already talked about this, but if you kind of missed that little blip in one of my other videos this week, I think it may have been Mondays. Guys, I was going to talk about this no matter what, as either a caveat to me going on board with the partnership with Red Earth Beauty, which we have decided not to do. Thank you guys for your input. We have decided not to partner with them because they are not cruelty-free. This is a problem, okay? They're selling these products at like Urban Outfitters and like Nordstrom and stuff like that, and they're very geared towards like teenagers and young women. This is not okay. This, like, that their products, their little product sampler comes in a cigarette carton, and it says, "Get addicted, smiley face," on the inside of the lid. Like, does that piss anybody else off? Like, that really pisses me off. Like, I grew up in a time where there were smoking sections in restaurants. My entire family, with the exception of my sister and myself, all smokes. Like, everybody. And my grandmother died of multiple myeloma, a bone cancer having to do with smoking for most of her life. Smoking is disgusting. Smoking is bad for your skin. This is a skincare product. This is a skincare line. They're promoting healthy skin, healthy makeup, healthy glow. It's all from Australia, whatever, with their cockadoo plum and everything. And they're going to put a sampler in a cutesy play on a cigarette carton. I cannot get on board with that. This is not okay. So guys, I think it's all for the best. I think it's part of my soul plan that we're not going to be partnering with this company, because I just don't think that I could really align with all of their values to begin with. So this isn't cute to me. This is really, really stupid and really just in very poor taste. So I don't want to end this on a bad note, guys. I hope you guys had a fantastic week. If you're watching this right now, I'm actually on vacation in Florida. Not right now, obviously, I'm filming, but I'm hanging out with my mom and just having a really good time. So I hope that you guys are having a really great week. And even, I said this last week, but even if you didn't have a good week, it's Friday. It's the weekend. Go get some. Go get some of that weekend. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. If you want to keep hanging out with me on this channel, hit the button down below and subscribe. I would love it if you did. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me today, and I will see you in the next one.